जय नरसिंहदेव जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय श्री नरसिम्हा भगवान की जय श्री भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की श्याम सुंदर अनाउंसमेंट करो कला सही सब लोग कला सही ना है ये पला है અહીંયા છે ક્યાં છે આ તો નવા છે પણ આપણે અહીંયા જૂના એરિયા બધા નવા કયા વેલા કાંટા આપણે બહાર વેચી નાખવાનો છે આખો બોક્સ ભરીને ખાડા સતા બધો એ પછી કરજો announcement Hare Krishna. Thank you very, very much for coming to this Sunday Feast program. Is anybody coming here for the first time? Can you stand up? We'd like to welcome you all, but especially those coming here for the first time. We want to greet you with a loud Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Please take your seats. Our Krishna Naman Prabhu will give a small token gift from the center for the newcomers. Okay, some upcoming events. So, in very short time, almost like 2 weeks from now, right? Less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now will be Sunday, 31st. So less than 2 weeks, we are going to have a very, very special ceremony at our temple. You see on the right side, in the center we have Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. On the right side, we have Shri Jagannath Ballabha Subhadra frame. And on the left side, we have Shri Gaurnitai frame. So both that space is going to be filled by Shri Jagannath Ballabha Subhadra, DT form. They're going to appear in the Archa Vigraha form, and Shri Gaurnitai in the Archa Vigraha form. And a formal Pran Pratishtha ceremony will happen on July 29, 30 and 31st. 2 weeks from now. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. So it's a very, very special, once in a lifetime event where the Supreme Lord is manifesting at our temple. Last year they manifested in the form, and they are still with us, in the form of Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. And this year they'll manifest in both their Audarya form, which is Sri Sri Gaur Nitai, and Aishwarya form, which is Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Right. So we are very fortunate that we have this wonderful opportunity to have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. They are already here. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra came last year, and Sri Sri Gaur Nitai came also just a couple of months back. So they are already here, waiting to come and be installed and bestow their mercy through this center throughout New Jersey and beyond. So are you all excited? So it doesn't seem that everybody's excited. It was very lukewarm. Still lukewarm. That's better. Hari, Hari. So, in next 2 weeks, see our His Grace Sevatullah Prabhu, part of the deity installation team, and in India and all that areas, the deity minister, India and South Asia, the deity minister of that area is already here. So let's also welcome His Grace Sevatullah Prabhu with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. So he's already here amidst us to start beginning the preparations. Right? There's a lot of preparations to take place in next 2 weeks. Right? So to start, begin all the preparations. And next week, he'll be accompanied by all the North American deity minister, Jayananda Prabhu, Brahma Murta Prabhu, Chaturatma Prabhu, and all the devotees who were part of the installation team, deity installation team last year. So they all will be here. Right? So it's a wonderful opportunity. Take the invitation cards. You definitely have to book those 3 days for yourself, but additionally invite as many people as possible. It's a very special day. For that event, we are going to have a Kalash Abhishek of the Lord. You can see on the Kalash, our deities of Sri Sri Gaur Nitai are personalized on the Kalash itself. Go to the next slide. On the front is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, on the back is Sri Sri Gaur Nitai. Both in gold plated and silver plated. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai and Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. So, can you show the donor spreadsheet? Lenovo. All right. So, can you go in the front top? Yeah. So we have, you can see different Shevak categories. Gauranga Shevak will be bringing Lord Gauranga in a parade on Saturday morning from the community hall to the Snan Vedi, which will be on the altar. Nityananda Sevak, Jagannath Sevak, Balabhadra Sevak, our Subhadra Sevak just got filled yesterday with Kishore Prabhu and Kavita Mataji. We still have Sudarshan Sevak left for $11,000. So if anybody would like to take that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, please contact us. And we are also bringing Panchatattva. Shri Shri Panchatattva ki! Yeah. So Panchatattva will also manifest in front of big Gaunitai. Right on the altar, the Panchatattva which we were worshipping from 2004. They have seen all our yatra from the very beginning, right? All the difficulties. And finally, they'll be on the altar on that day. So we also have sponsorship for that, Chota Gauranga, Chota Nityananda Sevak. We still have 2 left, Chota Gadadhar Sevak and Chota Advaita Sevak. Plus, additionally, we have this Kalash category. For DT installation, it's $1,000, and for DT installation and Janmashtami, it's $1,500. So, can you go down? So far, we ordered 100 of them. So hardly I can see 10 names there. So Shyam Sundar Prabhu is going to inspire you what this event means and why you should all take this opportunity to get onto this spreadsheet for Abhishek sponsors.
Hare Krishna. So this is similar, the colors, what our Madhupari explained. So we have Saturday, July 30, and July 31st is a deity installation day. So July 30, we're going to be bring the all our deity Vigraha, Lord, and we can start Abhishek, first Abhishek. So that is done by everybody can do it. So first thing, we people who sponsor the Kadas, they can do Abhishek. So this is the last opportunity because this is our last deity installations. So I just request, I'm not forcing everybody, but just request, think about that. Your birthday will come every year. But this date installation will come not every year. Even though you want, it will not come, So grab the opportunity because you are opportunists, right? To serve the Lord. So it's very important thing, to have, the first installation and you pour the Lord with all different, ingredient. And the Lord going to be happy. And for that seva or Lakshmi, we're going to utilize for the deity installations, all, the Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, sevas, different type of sevas, So anybody who wants to do step up, we have, I think, totally 100 colors. 50 colors is Lord Jagannath, picture is there. Lord Jagannath is already here, is at my home, and Gaunitya is there. So we're going to have a picture there. It's a lifetime, you can say this is, the I did, for Lord, you can remember whole life, And July 31st, there is also, the deity installation of Abhishek that is done by only Pujari. So everybody can, sit together and just do the darshan of the all, Abhishek. So anybody interested, there is 2 categories, $1,000 for the July 30. You can, come with your families and you can, do Abhishek. First installation is the opportunity. And July 31st is just like Pujari Abhishek. So anybody want to do $1,000, only July 30, and $1,500 on the July 30 and Janmashtami. So anybody want to, let's start with the July 30. Anybody want to do July 30, $1,000. Open your heart. Okay. So $1,000. So Vatsal Prabhu. It's the lifetime, the remembrance, You will, miss if you, after that, So anybody? Who? Yeah. $1,500? Yeah. Sudhakar Krishna Prabhu, $1,500. Just, we are, This Abhishek means, we are donating $1,000 and $1,500. Just we are giving our Lord, That's our Lord. Lord give us money. This not ours. We are giving back, So think about that. Don't think about that. I know everybody has their different plans and everything, but this is just focus to the date installation. Just July 30. So anybody want to do $1,000? Yeah. What's your name, Prabhu? Yeah, Dilip Prabhu. Yeah, Dilip Prabhu, $1,000. Yeah, Damodar Vilas Prabhu, $1,500. Mataji can do also. You can bring your families, friends together, and this is the good opportunity, Installation is if we are, lucky that we can do it, It's not, particularly in the US or America, that is, awesome thing, Yes? $1,500. Madhuha Prabhu, $1,500. $1,500? Okay, Hemant Jagannath Prabhu, $1,500. We have only 100 kadas, right, Prabhu? Yeah. This is, yeah, Hemanta Jagannath Prabhu is also Balram Sevak. He already sponsored, $21,000 plus $1,500 for the service of the Lord. So, yeah, you can talk after this program. You can talk to Madhupati Prabhu, Semeswar Prabhu, Hemanta Jagannath Prabhu, or myself. And just think about that. We have still, the next week left. Or you can also do the same day, Right? So you can also talk to your friends and family. So Hare Krishna, thank you very much for your seva.
Hari Bol. Also, today's Sunday feast is sponsored by Mamtamai Mataji in memory of our beloved Subin Prabhu. So let's thank her with a loud Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So we can edit it.
Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janabhava Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Premanande Hare 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 Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajikacharya Stotara Sada Sisimi's Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajikacharya Stotara Sada Sisimi's Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai ISKCON 50 celebrations Ki Jai ISKCON Incorporation Ki Jai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale. Gurudas Yadvada Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale. Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashatate Shatarine. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this week has been very, very special because this week we call that as the Incorporation Week. Incorporation Week means 50 years back in 1966. In 1965, 17 September 1965, Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 69, came here from India via Jaladuta to Boston, right? And in the space of 12 years, he established centers all around the world, right? He established Incorporation, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. You can see all these wonderful panels all over, right? And the incorporation happened in 1966. Srila Prabhupada registered the incorporation on 11th July 1966. On 11th July 1966, Srila Prabhupada registered it. And on 13th July 1966, it was all duly signed. And we got the certification of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So this year, especially, is the 50th year. And it said any organization which goes to 50 years, it's a milestone. Because after that, now, many organizations start, but after a few years, it closes down. But that which say that which passes 50, it's long-standing. It will be there for a long, long time. In Mount Shastras, we see, it said that this is the golden age in Kali Yuga. The first 10,000 years is a golden age in Kali Yuga. And we see Gauranga Mahaprabhu coming here 500 years back, and then him sending Mora Senapati in form of Srila Prabhupada to establish this incorporation, to preach Krishna consciousness throughout the world. So what we are going to do, we are going to show you some videos, and then we'll talk more about ISKCON 50. So please absorb yourself in the videos. Can somebody also dim the lights? Sudhakar Krishna Prabhu or somebody can just walk down and dim the light or close the light. Veerbhadra Prabhu, yes, please close the lights. Yeah, Prem Vikas Prabhu, please start. Voice, sound.
70 साल की उम्र और सिर्फ 40 रुपए के साथ शुरू हुआ एक अद्भुत और अविश्वसनीय सफर। कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति श्री श्रीमद एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद ने अपने गुरु की आज्ञा को पूर्ण करने के लिए यात्रा आरंभ की। 35 दिनों की दुर्गम समुद्री यात्रा और 2 हृदयघातों को सहते हुए उन्होंने यात्रा संपन्न की और वैदिक साहित्य के दिव्य ज्ञान का प्रसार पूरे विश्व में किया।
I am not this body. I am spirit soul.
महज 1 साल के अंदर 13 जुलाई 1966 में उन्होंने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कृष्ण भावनामृत संघ इस्कॉन की स्थापना की। विपरीत परिस्थितियों में भी श्रील प्रभुपाद ने वो कर दिखाया जो नामुमकिन था। यही वजह है कि उनकी इस जलदूत यात्रा की 50वीं वर्षगांठ को विश्व भर में 600 से अधिक इस्कॉन के केंद्रों में भक्त बड़े ही हर्षोल्लास के साथ जॉय ऑफ डिवोशन के नाम से मना रहे हैं।
Vanshakalpatavedhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha
Here we are,
patithanam
22nd
pavanebhyo
Avenue.
vaishnavebhyo
Very few New
namo
Yorkers
namaha.
know the historical significance of this humble storefront. See the sign behind me? It says Matchless Gifts.
We are celebrating
It's the
the
name of a
50th
curio shop that was
anniversary
here in the
of
mid-60s.
His Divine Grace,
The name
Srila
turned out to be
Prabhupada's
quite
arrival in
prophetic indeed.
America and his
It's here
establishing
where an
the Hare
ancient
Krishna
Eastern
movement.
spiritual tradition
This
took
is
root
truly
and
a rare
expanded
and
throughout the
precious
world.
opportunity for devotees to show their gratitude to
This is
Srila
where it all began.
Prabhupada
The very
by inspiring one another, sharing his teachings, sharing the culture that he's given us on behalf of Lord Sri Krishna, and especially bringing awareness of Srila Prabhupada's greatness, his love, and his great compassion to the whole world. My humble appeal is all devotees, all well-wishers of Srila Prabhupada participate in the events of the 50th anniversary, organize wonderful events, come together, and share the joys that Prabhupada has given us. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Tava Punya Veba.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
The ISKCON 50 celebration is a wonderful opportunity, truly a lifetime opportunity for all the members and friends of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. As our 50th anniversary, it's an opportunity for us to come together as a family, as larger communities, to really celebrate all that has been achieved in Prabhupada's legacy, helping people understand their relationship with Lord Krishna, appreciating that 500 million books have been distributed around the world, appreciating the fact that today there's over 600 Hare Krishna temples, that we fed nearly 3 billion plates of prasadam, sanctified vegetarian food. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to celebrate. And it's also an opportunity for us to educate more people around the world about Srila Prabhupada's wonderful contributions, about what is the Hare Krishna movement, how we're teaching people about vegetarianism, about how we're having wonderful deity worship all over the world, about how we're establishing beautiful festivals, how we're educating people and teaching them wonderful knowledge about their relationship with Krishna. So as the Minister of Communications for ISKCON, I'd encourage every single devotee in our movement to really see this year as a special one, to get involved in your local community, to reach out, to invite neighbors and leaders of our communities to reach out and meet government officials, have special VIP dinners, and truly make the 50th anniversary a memorable one for us and everyone in the communities that surround us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Tava Punya Veba.
You can turn the lights on. Mere Badhu. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON 50 ki jai. You can turn on to the details. Okay. So we can see here our leaders of the movement, and throughout the world, ISKCON 50 is celebrated in a very, very big way. Either on the actual incorporation day in Guyana, on 13th July this year, they opened the biggest temple in Guyana on 13th July, right? Biggest temple in Guyana. As part of ISKCON of Central New Jersey, we are planning, many people make question of why we are doing this installation. We just had installation last year. Right, many people question that. We said, okay, we had Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. Ultimately, we want to invite Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra and Sri Gaura Nitai. That was our plans. Our deities are already here. And this is the best opportunity to have a leap in our faith, to serve deities, to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission in so many different ways. Why we serve the deities? To connect ourselves to the Supreme Lord. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita it says, Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Right. So Srila Prabhupada, as you can see in the purposes of ISKCON, he established 7 purposes why he established ISKCON in his incorporation. And I can read those 7 purposes to you. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Do you have Back to Godhead magazine on the back? Just lost the panels which I had on my phone. No, it's connected, that's why. Okay. Yeah. So the 7 purposes. The first purpose why Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON, let's try to read it. To systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. Right. To achieve real unity and peace in the world. As we can see in the world, at each and every moment we see distress. Right. We open up a TV channel, we see distress. We open up newspaper, we see distress all over the world. People are fighting in the name of religion. People are fighting in the name of country, patriotism. People are fighting in the name of ethnicity. People are fighting in the name of color. In so many different ways people are fighting. Right? So, Srila Prabhupada's purpose of establishing ISKCON, right, of establishing ISKCON is to systematically propagate the spiritual knowledge, right? And we saw in one of the videos the beginning spiritual knowledge. I am the spirit soul, right? Arjuna, when he was confused in Mahabharata, right? He was completely confused about his duty. And in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Karpanya dosha prahata sabhava prichhami tvam dharma samudachita yat shreyasyan nishitan bruhitan me shishyate ham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Right? I lost all composure. I don't know what to do, whether to fight the war or whether not to fight the war. Right? I am soul surrendered to you now. Right? Shishyateham sadhimam tvam prapanam. You guide me what is best for me. He is telling Krishna. And Krishna, the entire role after that changes. Initially it was a role of a friend or charioteer and Arjuna, but now the role changes to a spiritual master and disciple. And Krishna starts instructing. The first instruction he gave is, you are not this body. Natveham jatu na, nama, what is that? Natveham jatu nama nachayvana bhavishyamaha sarvam vayam ataparham. Right? Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. Right? Never was there a time. Right? We were existing now, You were existing before, and you will exist even after this life. Dehino asmi yata dehe kamaram javanam jara tathav dehantara prapti dhira tatana muyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes from boyhood to youth to old age, similarly at the time of death, it passes into another body. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Death is end of everything. From a materialist saying that death is end of everything. Right. From a spiritual knowledge, death is not end of everything. Death is just a transition period, just like you change one apartment and say you move from one apartment, old apartment, defective apartment, to another apartment or a house. You are just changing the apartment, you are just changing the house, you are just changing the residence, which is made of these 5 gross elements and 3 subtle elements, right? Bhumi apo nalo vayu kama mana buddhi evacha, right? Earth, water, fire, air and ether, mind, intelligence and false ego. 5 gross elements and 3 subtle elements. The soul, it does not die with what we call as death. The soul just moves from one body, one apartment, one whatever we can call, and then it moves into another body. Vansansi jinnani yata vyahaya. Just as a person puts on new garments, giving up old and defective garments, similarly, soul takes up new body, right? Depending upon our consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada's first purpose of ISKCON was to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge. That's why in all our temples, Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada established that in the morning we should have Bhagavatam class, in the evening we should have Bhagavad Gita class, right? Bhagavad Gita is the instruction given by the Supreme Lord Himself. We have this wonderful book which Srila Prabhupada, when he came to US at that time itself, he brought the manuscript of that, and it was published in 1968. It was published in 1968, Bhagavad Gita as it is. What is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita as it is? It has no mental concoction that, oh, if Krishna is there and if Mahabharata happened, Krishna is not my Lord. One philosopher says that, right? He wrote Bhagavad Gita, but in his Bhagavad Gita he says, if Krishna is there and if Mahabharata happened, Krishna is not my Lord. Right? Or somebody will say when Krishna is very specifically saying in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhavamat bhakta madhyajimam namaskaru. Worship me. Think about me. And that philosopher will say, don't worship him, but that which is within him. As if there is a difference between Krishna and that which is within Krishna. Right. Srila Prabhupada did not change any of that. He presented it as it is, as what Krishna meant, as it is. Substantiated by all the previous acharyas, right? Substantiated. Each and every word, each and every translation of each and every verse of Bhagavad Gita is based on that, right? And that's why we saw Anuttama Prabhu's this inspiration talk, where more than 560 million Bhagavad Gitas are distributed. Right? For more than 560 million Bhagavad Gita as it is distributed in all over the world. And it is now being published in almost 120 different languages. It is now being published in 120 different languages throughout the world and being distributed all over the world. We have BBT, which Srila Prabhupada started, which is his publishing company, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. We have almost 7 branches, BBT India, BBT North America, BBT Europe. And just few years back, they established BBT Africa. Few years back. And Bhagavad Gita and Prabhupada's books are being published in African languages. Right. And I have the entire report because the spiritual master is directly overseeing BBT Africa. Right. So, to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all people, that was the first purpose of ISKCON, which talks about systematically imparting knowledge through his temples, systematically distributing books, right? Otherwise, we'll just give books in people's hand, but if we have no way to impart knowledge to them, all right? If we have no way to impart knowledge to them, right? This message has to be discussed, has to be taught, right? And the message becomes more ripe if it is nicely discussed. Right? That's why we have lectures to systematically propagate. That's why we have Bhakti Sastri. Right? Why we have Bhakti Sastri? So that to systematically learn Bhagavad Gita, the 4 subject matters which are taught in what we call as Bhakti Sastri. Those who are very serious, they learn Bhagavad Gita, they learn Ishopanishad, right? Upadeshamrita and Nectar of Devotion, 4 books. Right? It's a long study of 4 months. It's a long study of 4 months. Some of our devotees are already taking it online. It is being taught online also. We also aim to offer it. We offered it a few years back. We finished Bhagavad Gita till almost 12 chapters. We plan to restart that as a mission of our temple, to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge. Right. To propagate a consciousness of Krishna as it is revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why Srila Prabhupada had Srimad Bhagavatam every morning and Bhagavad Gita in the evening, as it is revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, for many devotees, it's not possible. They may be staying in their home. It's not possible for coming to the temple every morning. So many of our devotees have started teleconference of Bhagavad Gita using material technology in the service of Krishna. And they still have devotees, they still have 20, 30 devotees on a teleconference hearing Bhagavad Gita regularly, or Srimad Bhagavatam, right? We have Srimad Bhagavatam every Sunday. Yeah. And Krishna Nama Prabhu, you have Bhagavad Gita going on whole week, every day morning, right? To propagate a consciousness of Krishna as it is revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the second purpose of this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Then to bring the members of the society together with each other and nearer to Krishna, the prime entity. To bring the members of the society nearer to each other, right? And nearer to Krishna, the prime entity, thus developing the idea with the members and humanity at large that each soul is part and parcel of the quality of God at Krishna, right? Qualitatively, we are same as the Supreme Lord. We are Sat Chid Ananda, full of eternality, full of knowledge, full of bliss. The whole world is seeking happiness external, while the real happiness lies within us. We are the spirit soul. We are full of bliss. Qualitatively, qualitatively we are the same as the Supreme Lord, who is also Satchidananda. But he is infinite, we are infinitesimal. We are just part and parcel. Right? Just like a drop of water in the ocean. Right? Qualitatively, we are same as the Lord. Quantitatively, we are very minute. So we have the free will. Lord has given us a free will. Whether we want to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, or we want to take shelter of Maya. Right? The Lord's servant, Maya. Whether we want to take shelter of Maya or Krishna. Whether we want to take shelter in sense gratification and our own enjoyment which the senses give, which is filled with distress, right? Or we want to utilize that same senses in the service of the Supreme Lord, Rishikesha, right? Rishikesha Rishikena Sevanam Bhakti Uttamam, right? The topmost part of devotional service is you utilize all your senses. Not that we want to reject the senses. We want to utilize those senses in service of the Lord. Right? We want to utilize those senses in the service of the Lord. And to bring members together, what does that mean? What does that purpose mean? That purpose means community building. That live in a community. Live in a spiritual community where everybody comes together, serves the deities, imparts, discusses the topic of Bhagavatam, the topics of Krishna, day and night, eat Krishna Prasadam. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Ji ki jai, Shri Jagannath Ballabha Subhadra Mai ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Right? Discuss the topic about Krishna. Right? Tushyanti cha ramanti cha, and it is ever fresh. The topic of Krishna never becomes stale. More and more you read, more and more bliss you will feel. More and more bliss you will feel. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha, in the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, that sloka is there in the 10th chapter. Right? Yeah. So the fourth purpose is to teach and encourage the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy name of God as revealed in the teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? What is the purpose behind that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearing? To establish the Yuga Dharma of this age. And what is the Yuga Dharma of this age? Congregational chanting of the holy name. Right? Congregational chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. But he appears in the form of a Krishna. Not as blackish complexion, but he appears as golden complexion. Krishna Vanam Tvisha A Krishnam. Sangha Panga Yagesh Prasadam. Right? So, in each and every age, he appears with weapons. In this age, he appears with Parshad, associates. He appears with the associate. Yagyai Sankirtana Prahai, right? To establish the Sankirtan movement of this age, the Yuga Dharma of this age. Yajante Hisu Medasa. The intelligent person will worship that form of the Lord. Yeah, it will worship that form of the Lord, who appears in a golden complexion with his associates to establish the congregational chanting of the holy name. So as given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to encourage the Sankirtan movement, right? What does that mean? That going out on streets and chanting the holy name. In simple way, that's what it means. Whenever you get time, go out on the street. Don't wait for whether somebody is joining or not, just go out and chant the holy name. And automatically, others will come. Srila Prabhupada, one time had gone to Africa, and I believe it was Nairobi. And the Indian community there had rented a hall and had a big program. So Srila Prabhupada went to that program. Right. So when he went to that program, it was filled with Indian community members. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned, where are the local congregation? And the Indian community members said, it's very difficult to preach here. Prabhupada, it's very difficult to preach here. We give them invitation cards, nobody will come here. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned, open the windows of the temple. Right. So the windows of the temple got opened, and then he started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And wonderfully led a kirtan, and the entire temple room was filled with all the local African devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So that's purity. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave the slogan, purity is a force. More will become pure ourselves, we'll be able to attract more people. When we started preaching in central New Jersey, way back, I'm sure it was years back it may have started, but as part of the yatra when we started, way back in 1995, we started with one Bhakti Rickshaw, and I remember I was going to one person's house every Sunday, and it was me, him, and his wife, 3 people. And every Sunday I will go, and slowly from that 3 people, it became 4, 5, 6, started growing. But slowly and slowly it will start. Based on your purity, it may stay for three people, right? Krishna will taste your determination, how determined you are, how surrendered you are yourself before he sends you people, right? And now we see this flourishing yatra, right? From 2004 we started, from then, when we were discussing from our Bhakti Vriksha members that we'll start this center, how will we sustain ourselves? How every Sunday we'll run this program? The talk was how every Sunday we'll run this program. I said we don't have to lose anything. We are just renting a hall, right? Our Dhir Govinda Prabhu was there in that meeting. Yeah, we are just renting a hall. And if say, suppose, come tomorrow, either we don't have funds or nobody comes, we'll close. Let's have a program. And slowly, from that, 2004, from a Addison First Aid Squad Hall meeting in Addison every Sunday, slowly started growing. Right? Slowly started growing. And Krishna started providing more and more. And sending devotees who are very, very sincere, like you all. Right? Right. To teach and encourage the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So we should take this holy name, whatever opportunity we get, we take this holy name outside. Right? Before we will have stalls of books on tables outside Oak Tree Road, and on a regular basis we'll have devotees go out. And we want to do that more and more. So, Shimeshwar Prabhu plants different Sankirtan movement, Sankirtan events of going out on streets. Right? Then to erect for the members and for society at large a dedicated to him. Start serving the Supreme Lord. So many flowers to offer it to the Supreme Lord, Krishna. She is the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. She has the same qualities, but she is also serving the Supreme Lord by making garlands. And her associates are also helping her to collect the best flowers to make garlands for the Supreme Lord. And for the whole week, they make garlands and pack it in different box. Monday box, Tuesday box, Wednesday box, all the way to Sunday. So that every day, fresh garlands are offered to the Supreme Lord. They are preserved nicely in a cold room, and fresh garlands are offered every day to the Supreme Lord. Right? So in that, offering garlands, making bhoga, right? They make wonderful preparations for the Lord, starting with Mangal Bhog. And I was just with my cousin brother yesterday, and my nephew and niece were there, and they were saying, okay, what time the first Mangala Aarti start? And they say, oh, probably 6 o'clock. No, it starts at 4:30. And the waking up of the Lord starts at 4 o'clock. The devotees come at 3:30 to wake the Lord, to prepare starting waking up the Lord. Right? To prepare starting to wake the Lord. And the first thing they do is offer Mangal Bhog, made of sweets and milk with mishri. Right? And who cooks those sweets? Our devotees cook the sweets every day. Right? So, what are they doing? Throughout the day, they are engaging in one way or the other, serving the Supreme Lord. So, is that an ordinary thing? No. And that service is available to each and every one of you. And many of you are already doing that service in different ways, shape, and form. But that service is available to each and every one of you to connect yourself in serving the Supreme Lord. And then just not stop there, but to give that same mercy to others. The same mercy which you had to connect yourself to the Supreme Lord, give that mercy to others. Right? Bharat Bhumila hoile, Manusya Janma Sar, Manusya Sarthak Kari, Para Upakar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement does not stop just by your Uddhar, your Upkar, but Para Upakar. To others, distribute this mercy. Right? To others, distribute this mercy. Yeah, so that's temples. To bring the members closer together for the purpose of teaching a simpler, more natural way of life. So Srila Prabhupada, by that statement, he established farm communities to teach a more simpler, more natural way of life. We have Gita Nagari farm. Many of our devotees get this natural milk, not milk contaminated by chemicals, but natural milk from cows which were stopped going to the slaughterhouse. And those cows are naturally raised, the bread, and they give milk. Also, they grow vegetables, and we get fresh vegetables. Right? Last week, Krishna Prabhu got boxes of vegetables from Gita Nagari for the deities. Right? Yeah. And with a view towards achieving the above-mentioned purpose to publish and distribute periodicals, magazines, books, and other writings. The seventh purpose talks about book distribution. Publish. Srila Prabhupada started Back to Godhead magazine. Right. When did he start Back to Godhead magazine? A quiz question. 1944. Right, in 1944 he started Back to Godhead magazine, the periodical of our moment. Right, Back to Godhead magazine. 1944, when there was rationing of paper, right? It just come out of the World War, and there was rationing of paper. In 1944, he started the Back to Godhead magazine. That there may be rationing of paper, but for publishing spiritual subject matters, there should not be any rationing of paper. So he started Back to Godhead magazine. And when he started Back to Godhead magazine, publishing that, and then he himself, staying in Vrindavan, he will write, then go to Delhi, he will take it to the printer, proofread it, publish it, and then he himself, one-man show, will distribute that in the hot summer months of Delhi. That was his determination, right? Okay, Krishna Nam Prabhu is showing me his watch. Hari Bol. Does anybody have any questions? So, Srila Prabhupada ki, yeah. If you have any questions or any discussions, please see me. And please join in this congregational chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.